What's up guys, it is Jack, back up in this bitch with 10 Meters Fitness. Enjoying this lovely summer weather out here. I hope you're enjoying the summer too. Okay, so today we're going to talk about Hardgainers, right? Well, Hardgainers, right? The reason I say it like that is because Hardgainers is a term that's really bandied around a lot on the internet, to the point that not a lot of people really have a common, actual meaning for what it actually is. So, yeah, I'm going to try and cover all angles on that today, and hopefully give some good advice to everyone who is a hard gainer, whatever their definition. Okay, so one of the ways I see this term used is for people who believe they have poor genetics when it comes to bodybuilding. Okay, and the biggest piece of advice I have to give to those people is you need to stop comparing yourself to other people. Right? Stop comparing yourselves to others to get to that point where you think you have bad genetics, because here's the deal, a lot of the time people who think this actually have okay genetics or just average genetics, but the people they're comparing themselves with are often, the bigger guys on YouTube, okay? So these guys who, we have this term, YouTube natural, right? And that means, they're natural by the standards of people on YouTube, because a lot of the bigger guys on YouTube simply aren't natural, because, at the end of the day, when it comes to generating views on YouTube, how the person looks is just as important as the content they give. So, which is why I'm telling you, you probably don't have bad genetics. Just in comparison to an unrealistic standard, you have bad genetics, right? And generally speaking, I'd say, even just comparing to anyone else, I would avoid that. If I were you, the only person you should compare yourself with is yourself, in my opinion. Okay, now the second type of people who class themselves as hard gainers, these people who have extremely fast metabolisms, and meaning that no matter what they eat, they just can't seem to gain weight. Right? We all know that dude who, maybe it's you, who he's always eating at KFC, McDonald's or whatever, but no matter what, he just won't gain weight, no matter what he does. And everyone's always acting really jealous of them. But when it comes to gaining muscle, they can actually have quite a hard time with it. Simply because to gain muscle, you need to be in a caloric surplus, generally. Okay, so if you're one of these people, the fact of the matter is, plain and simple, you're not eating enough. Now I know what you're going to tell me. You're going to tell me, but I already eat loads, Jack. I already eat loads. That can't be the problem. There must be something else. That reason why? No, simply not the case. You're just not in a caloric surplus. Because if you were, you'd be gaining weight. Okay, so the question then becomes for these people. So I need to eat more. How can I effectively do that on a daily basis? Okay, now the answer may seem really simple. Eat more calorie-dense foods. Okay. So you want to get in things like, maybe replace lean chicken breast, if you're eating that, replace that with something like beef, right, or steak, okay? It's going to give you more calories. You're going to want to eat things like pasta, get you a lot of calories in, things like bowls of cereal any time of the day, whenever you're feeling it, just have one of those. Things like nut butters, also very high in calories too. And this is something that, a little controversial I'm about to say, but even things like that are maybe considered junk foods, things like pizza, things like cake, Now, I'm not going to go ahead and promote eating unhealthily, generally speaking, okay? But if you're one of these people who can't gain weight no matter what they eat, it's probably not going to hurt to throw a pizza or McDonald's in there every so often, okay? Don't get me wrong, make sure you're still getting a good base of quality, healthy foods to ensure you get the micronutrients you need and fiber to digest all that food, okay? Okay, so another way to sneak a few extra calories into your diet would be to actually drink your calories, okay? That's really the whole point of weight gainer shakes, In fact, you can just mix one of those up pretty easily. Mix it up with milk as well, that's a great idea. And then, just pop it after, every one of your meals or something like that, That's a really good way to just get some more calories and nutrients into your diet, okay? Which is going to help you achieve that surplus, which is going to help you gain weight. Okay guys, I think that's really all I have to say on that today. So thanks for watching. I've been Jack with 10 Meters Fitness. I'll see you guys in the next one.